Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Harika. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about API automation, how you can download a particular file. Usually, let's say I'm going to come up with an example now. So let's say this is your application. Okay, the RPA challenge is something everyone knows, right? So if you wanted to download a file from here, you have to come to this particular web page. You have to open the application and then you have to click on the download. And after that, you should go to the downloads page and move the file from there to your desired location. So all of these things you have to do. So to eliminate all of this and to make sure that you download the file into a certain location, that too without opening the browser. So how you can do that, I'm going to show that in this video. So without any ado, let's get into the video. So if you're watching my channel for the first time, I'm Harika. I do videos on UiPath and Robocorp. So there are a lot of videos are already there up on my channel. You can go check it out. And if you like my content, please do consider liking, sharing across your friends, and also give thumbs up to my all my videos, and also subscribe to my channel. So for more informative content, I'll be always up on my channel, and also do comment out if you have any queries. So let's get into the video and see how we can eliminate this challenge by just using APIs. So let me go to Studio. So for this, I have actually used HTTP request. So for in order to get the HTTP request, first you need to download the package. Go to all packages, just type in for web API. So you can find uipath.webapi.activities. Install this package into your local machine. So once after you install, if you go to your activities, you can see HTTP request. Okay, so once you can see HTTP request, just pull in that particular activity here. I'm going to delete this and I'm going to show you how I have done step by step. Okay, so once after you have the HTTP request, all you have to do is copy the link address from where you're downloading that particular file or attachment, all of that. Okay, so if you see here, I'm going to put up this file. Okay, so this is the whole address from where I wanted to download that particular file from. So go to Studio and click on Configure. Okay, so here you can see there's an endpoint. Click here, put this whole URL inside double quotes. Okay, so this is the URL from where I wanted to download my file. That's it. If at all your application has any username and the password, then you should provide, you have to authenticate it. Otherwise, it's not needed. I'll show you how you have to provide your username and password as well. And keep the request method as get, because we are trying to fetch the files from the particular URL, right? So keep this as get and go for the preview. So in the preview, you can see this is something called a status code, which is 200. That means whatever the action or whatever the call that you're trying to make through this API, that means get request, right? It's fetching you the data that you have asked for, right? The status code 200 means it's a successful status. Okay, so this means it's a successful status, right? And say okay. And after that, go to the properties. So if you see in the properties, you just have to provide the username and the password, okay, to in order to authenticate to that particular application, username and the password. And after that, the most important thing is where you wanted to save the file. So let's say here I am getting the file, right? So this file, I wanted to save it here. The file name for response attachment, for response attachment. So whatever the attachment that you receive, you should save that file name. Okay, so I'm gonna give, I know this is an Excel file, right? So I will give my demo or RPA challenge input Excel. This is the name I wanted to give. So I'm going to give the extension XLSX. Okay, perfect. I'll say okay here. And after which I'm going to take the output response also. I wanted to capture my output response also. So for that, I have already created a variable str status. Otherwise, you can just do Control K and you can just give the variable name. Okay, perfect. So that's it. We just have to give the endpoint URL. If you're having any authentication, you have to provide the username and the password. As you wanted to fetch the data from there, keep the request method as get, because get method will fetch you the data from that particular API call. And when you see the preview, the status has to be 200 because that says it's a successful request has been done. Okay, and just close this, after which you have to provide the file name where you wanted to save this file into. So if I go to my project folder, so in my project folder, I'm not having any Excel, just one Excel is there. I'm gonna delete that Excel now. Okay, so let's go and we'll try to execute and we will see multiple things over here. So before to that, I'm going to close this RPA challenge as well. So you don't have to touch the browser at all. Okay, done. So before I show you the output in the project panel, let's also see the status. Okay, what is the status? It's 200. That means it's a successful. And what are the attachments are there? So if you see RPA challenge input Excel, this is the full name and this has been saved over here. So my attachment has downloaded, right? Perfect. So now if I go to my project folder, I should able to see RPA challenge input Excel and everything is downloaded exactly as how I download it from web. Perfect, right? So this is how you can do your downloading file into your local without touching or without opening your browser, just by using APIs, by using HTTP request. So if you find this video useful, do give a thumbs up. And also if you wanted to learn more about HTTP request and activities, I'll just quickly drive you to lot of videos out there on my channel on HTTP request, APIs. So you can learn a lot on HTTP request. There's an orchestrator API, APIs, and then let me, yeah, here it is. So if you see, this is the playlist. This is the playlist that talks about, let me go one by one. Okay, so if you see orchestrator API Postman, there are a lot of videos. There are almost 14 videos, which will give you a complete understanding of how you can be an expert using orchestrator APIs. So if you see there are 2.6K views already on this particular video, that means you can understand how beneficial this if you wanted to learn orchestrator APIs, right? So you can just check out each and every aspect is very clearly explained on this particular playlist. So you can find this playlist on my channel. And the other one is API automation. So API automation is something which is very beneficial when you're trying to do HTTP request or all of this, right? So you can try understand this every bit of JSON, like which format and everything I have clearly explained in this particular playlist. So you can check out that. And the next one is orchestrator API Swagger. So there are only few videos because it's completely similar. If you understand how to do this, you can just by using these two videos, you can clearly get the whole idea of how you can utilize the Swagger. And the same thing with orchestrator API HTTP request. If you understand this one playlist, it will help you with all of these different activities using how you can achieve different outputs and different functionalities as per your project needs. Okay, so if you found this video useful, please give a thumbs up and also share across your friends, and also do consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video next time. Till then, bye.